I just wrote a long page and I was watching this verse off of a movie when they say, I built this shit piece by piece and don't care what another nigga thinks. I don't care what a black man and a white man say. And I just met the Supreme Court because God want to walk away from white and black. God wants the white to walk away. This is not about power. This is not about the Supreme Court. This is not about power. It's about how racism of a white man and a black man acts. This is about dictators. God want to walk away from America lies and Texas business lies. God don't want nothing to do with it. Look, it is what it is. It is what it is when people trying to put pressure on you and a mom don't want to wake up to reality of how a black act and how a white man act and like I'm the problem. We all have challenges in this world. Why should we let a white man or a black man have something to say about that? Why should we let a dictate? This is not about racism here. This is about dictators. This is about a black man and how a black man act with a white man and a Mexican. We're talking about mindsets here. This is about Trump couldn't do something he failed to do. And I want to make this very clear, and I want the Supreme Court to notice. This is about a white liar. This is about a black liar. This is about black and white teaming up with mindset. Let me tell you what makes the difference from Doug McMillan. I want him to learn from this. And I want the RS to hear this. And I want the IRS to hear this. And I hope they hear me. When they look at my record, I worked at 14 and 15, 16. I worked at Big Lots. They deal with challenges. I was going to college. But why a white man act the way he act? Why a black man? Why a Big Lots? Crow is different from Big Lots. Don't compare a line Kroger's or Tuntons and act like they work. I worked in the furniture. We're not going to let a Mexican have the opinion. And I'm not talking about all the Mexicans. We're talking about different mindsets. We're not judging everybody. I want to make this very clear about what's going on here. We're about to talk, the people, the dictator of a Mexican woman I had to work with Renee and a black Anthony. These are people that are liars. You know, me and Mirrors are not talking. And his baby mama, cause we known each other for a long time. And when something's wrong with me, something's wrong with her. And she walked off because something was wrong with me. Because we been knowing each other since kids and we all been around each other. And to see how no, I'm not gonna let a community or a business or Trump or any of them stop my potential because the way you're a leader and the way you can't do the right thing. I'm not going to let Ryan said something he wasn't supposed to say. And a man that, let me tell you, I have white relationships and black relationships. And I want my exes to know it's going to have a lot of bullshit. But don't let the difference between how others act of a black mindset and another manipulate, because that's the difference between relationship and past. They will let that dictate it because you're no longer involved, and that's where the hatred and the lies can get deeper. It can get deeper in the situation with people and how people direct things in life. Nobody wants to deal with that, man. I'm not going to give Walmart a chance. And I can already tell by how I was acting in the way. Oh, wait till he get back on the clock. No, you're black. He's looking with his behavior. The spirit of a black man, of a Walmart employee, of a black employee. God won't allow you to win. But what change you making, Trump? That's not change. That's putting lies on top of lies and Democrat. It doesn't matter what you got to say. And I heard the Supreme Court talk about disability. Let me tell you, I still got to live in a racial environment. I still got to let a black dictator to take my mindset and to take things. I my teacher took, I don't want to express how I feel because the more, the more I have to deal with things, the more the lies that come out of Trump and America, and they mad. They mad. And I know it's on that computer. And they mad because what they stand for lies. And Trump let the voters win. And what you gonna do now? I know everybody's watching. God don't care about your vote when your spirit ain't right. And this man got that's sad, Trump. That's sad. That is sad, man. You hate educated. God hate lying people that can't do the right thing. He hate lying people that can't do the right thing. You side with people, all that power. Trump, you could have been bigger than you was. You could have been bigger than you was. What you did. God said you ain't bigger. You and your senators ain't bigger for lies and sticking by voters when you should have stick by God. You depended on them. But don't play with people's religion. Don't do that, man. God ain't gonna let you play with me, man. God ain't gonna let you, because you play on these people's religion. God saying they want me to stay. No, I want my money. I don't have to stay in this community. I don't have to stay where Trump made that decision and the Senator Ted. I want to make this very clear. I asked for the senator's life. I asked for every senator's life. I asked for Trump kids' life. I want to make this very clear. And today, we made a perfect example when I just called the Dallas FBI how she was acting. And I filed the civil rights on her behavior and how she aggressed the conversation and not listen and not want to get me to the people that you need. You could have let me talk to somebody. Aggressive. This is the same way with Social Security. Nobody wants to deal with that, man. And you talking about somebody cheating you and abusing. Your call center lied to me twice. Twice. Nobody wants to hear that, Trump. Nobody wants to hear. And then everybody know you do not win this battle, America. God win this battle. God win it for the lies you stand for. You do not win this battle, man. And I want to make this very clear. You do not win this battle. The Spirit of God win this battle over American lives, man. And people going to try to define that because God said we found out about the civil rights diversion. I have worked hard since 14 and 15, but I'm not going to let that quorum deserve everything that's coming to him. Judge Kennedy and different people, they deserve to lose their job. And I want to make that very clear to the FBI. They deserve Judge Kennedy and everybody in that courtroom that support Judge Kennedy said, even the security guard, the bellsman, him, he deserved to lose. He deserved everything that's coming to him. Every last one of them deserved to leave in from different Social security guards. You know what you are. You know what the Justice Department. I told them, look at God said, do not delete those cameras. You give up your job by right. And I meant that everybody in that, the state attorneys from that different courtroom, God wants you to give up your title by right. Security guards, Judge Kennedy, everybody that support Judge Kennedy courtroom, God is asking for your job. God is asking you to step down and be arrested and take your job and be a prosecutor. Even the black state, he know who he is. The mayor not innocent in all of this either. His racism words are not innocent in all of this. So either the mayor give up by offense, or we gonna have the Supreme Court order the army to come in. And they're not gonna like it when people can't do their job, when the FBI can't do their job, and the Department of Defense gotta come and take over documents of racism, of narcissist, of intimidation. I don't got time for all of that. I don't got time for all of that. Because if a parent can't see something, and I told my mama, her friend's son did something. This is an issue that I have to address with Walmart, and he know what he did. And this is between what happened in 2019. This is what happened when everything was going on when Trump unbanned me. You think I didn't know about that? You don't think I know who unbanned me? I know about it all. When Trump unbanned me from Walmart, when racism of a black man. But all the facts you find out. Let me tell you something. I was talking to one customer in 2019 at a Walmart. She said, Hubert, they don't invest in disability. You're living by Governor Abbott's old ways, and he ain't making changes. That's not change if he making as a governor. That's not change when you vote for the same thing. A vote when you can have a different mindset and everybody can agree when leadership needs to change over and over where we can make a difference. The same leadership is not making a difference. It's not making old governors are not making a difference of where things are trying to be addressed in our community or America. You have to get out with the no. Even at the ladies that's voting, what the difference that's making? Even the people that's running for legislators and senate, what's the difference that you're making? Because in the same concept, you can switch up your words and play with things. And when you get in office, those are the things that what you can't understand. The concept of those things in our nation. But the time that you take for granted, what difference that you making? I have a lot to learn. And I know I have a lot to learn. But basically, I go to the doctor next week, and we're gonna try to get back on track, but and balance things out in life. But I'm not gonna. It's already balanced, but I gotta stay focused because of the behavior of Dallas lies and Yellow Breeze in them lies. That DA know those kids was jealous. They know they was jealous. If I they got all of my account, nobody got time for this, man. I'm nothing like Yellow Breezy, and I don't want to be nothing like him. I'm in no competition with people. I'm going to college and high school. I'm going to thrift stores. I'm going to other jobs. I'm doing a lot of stuff. But let me tell you something. It's different when I was 14 and 15 years old because I was at Big Lots. I was around good mindsets. Everybody was good. Everybody had good mindsets. But when you get in other business, I'm not going to say nothing bad about Amazon. So Amazon, great. That's not what I'm going. UPS, I'm not going to say nothing about these things. And Taj Rest is great. The organization was great. But when you get, I'm not going to make it bad for other because I met Grizz. I met a couple of other good people, Chris, the co-manager. And I remember with Chris, and he said, Hubert, I get you to do the job because I know you can do it. And Chris, I'm not going to put, we dealing with different mindsets. I have met good people at Walmart and the Coca-Cola vendors. Everybody always wanted me to come. Like, and this working with them, the vendors, and working with Dr. Pepper, and we always so working in the morning, we always talking. And one night, how Charles and Steve abuses their racism and power and how they do things. And I remember the vendors coming in at 6 o'clock and 7 o'clock in the morning. And Charles put all the work on the maintenance and doing all of the stockers job, boxes, cardboard, doing everything what we doing. And the vendors can't get in and say, Hubert, come on, let me help you. I don't like the way this is going on. I don't like the way Charles and Stephen and Miss Deborah can't even get in. Miss D and them come in. So me and the coach come on and I helped them out. He would help me out with this crate. We helped as a team. And just not about them helping me out. So I also helped them out. And that was the most, even though they vendors and they don't actually work, they just come in to drop the product at the store. But I remember the conversation that we had in the format of the things that we trying to go and where we trying to go in life. And that's the confirmations of those things and how things are being done in those plans of where we are trying to move in those formats. So when God is, let me tell you something. It gotta. They asked me if you become a Walmart CEO, J-Lo, if you have a corporate part, who do you want? It's a cashier. He's a black guy, and every morning I come in, he would tell me, Hubert, you will get your chance, but I would like him to be there. He know who he is at 12, 16. And out of all of the positivity that has been going on, I wish Grizz was here. I wish Grizz was right here because I would like Grizz to be there. And I would like the Coca-Cola vendors that I work with every morning, and they know who they is at 12, 16 because it's about the lead. It's about this. It's not about, we come there to get a paycheck, but we also come to interact with each other and grow that bond of communication and just talk. And every night I worked it, I didn't just do my work. I would stop on the aisle and talk to people at night. If it's the stockers, if I'm doing anything, I would spend a little more hours just talking to everybody on aisles. Or we sitting in the back room, in the back of the building talking. The time we spend, that is more important. Yes, we there to make a paycheck and make a living. But it's also about the time and the connection that we spend with each other. It makes all of the importance and the differences. If I didn't meet Grizz, if I didn't go there, I wouldn't have experienced the NASCAR. He wouldn't take me to Home Depot. He wouldn't take me over there. And I have to be, even though Grizz, Charles was wrong, and Steve, now, but I got to meet Grizz. I got to meet Grizz, and I got to meet all of the good things that he did. And we're dealing with TIC. Oh, we wearing when you get out there, nobody cares when you step out. No, that's not true. Because Grizz would take me to the other building across the street from Tulsa. We would go to Home Depot, go to NASCAR together, go places together. We would sit in the car. It's certain things that people know how to do to enjoy it. But look, at my thing is, I didn't have a problem. It's me and my employees got at nighttime. We got into about people that I was dating. So it's really the concept of why it started it that night. Started the conflict before Grizz left. So God said, I can't help when you attract when certain type of women don't know how to look at it. Come on, man. Like I can go at 12, 16. Me and my one of my support managers that's on a cash ship, and how a black woman act just because she thinks she all that and what she look for. When I'm working at DFW, I worked at DFW in 2018. I'm in the airport in 2018, 17. A girl get mad at me because I don't want to take the conversation for her. So I'm like, hold up, we conversating in the elevator. She traveling. So, all right, she rolling her eyes at me and doing it. All right, we know how certain behavior. I'm not scared of rejection. Me and her, the conversation is going great in the elevator. Don't get me wrong, it's going great in the elevator. We having a good time, so that is not the problem. But I didn't been around certain women in Walmart. They a certain black women that like to behave the way they want to behave. So I really, I can tell she wanted the energy to be talked to. So I didn't like this. I said, hold up, maybe we'll see each other again. I say, just because I don't talk to her and take the, she rolling her eye because I'm not taking a conversation even farther afterwards. She flying. I'm like, hold up, this is about 2017, 2018. I'm working at DFW Airport. So I'm like, hold up, the concept of what, but let me tell you something. The people at Smart Codes are very jealous and racism because I told this guy before I started that Smart Codes that I worked in the deli, I worked in customer service, but not just in the deli, I worked on the floor helping customers. So this man would call me out of my name because the way his black mindset is at Smart Card, he don't like to talk. My thing is, after I finish helping my customers, if it's a kid talking to them, making them smile as DFW, making them smile and seeing they smile and just talking to them, how can I help you today or whatever that is. That's the thing. But of a black man, it got people that work at Smart Card that don't like to conversate. That's stuck up in the mindset. If it's a Mexican or a black man that sits on a damn thing, that want to call people out their name because you're not talkative. You don't know how to interact. And this is what I had a problem with Smart Cards. And it was already racism at DFW Airport, not with everybody. So I got along with the American Line Center and I got along with the International Center. So the people that, so it was great. And everybody saw the good work that I was doing. But the lion out of how the black mindset and the white mindset of the management team, that was the biggest problem out of them all, is the behavior out of them. And Miss Tammy said, he didn't even, the racism of the white man and the black man didn't even give me the chance. Miss Tammy said, I don't sound like you. And say, and you can tell he didn't want me there because he rolled his eyes as a white man when I first was in an interview. He rolled his eyes. He didn't want me there. All that faking love for God is not going to happen here no more. American businesses is not going to happen here no more. All that lying that Dudman Miller and smart cards did. No, nobody got time for that black dictators. Let me tell you the problem I had in Twisted, because I'm going to make this very clear. The problems I had. I'm going to tell you the problems I had. We doing inventory. I'm coming in at night, and I'm happy as hell because I never did inventory at night. So I'm very happy that I'm doing it. So the department manager of the deli, I watch him, he watch me. Instead of just seeing where things are wrong at, when Doug and Mello look at the camera and they see when I'm talking about, he just wanted to give up on me. On the first try, I say, hold on, I'm gonna look after you. That's not how leadership works. That's not how, and he's, even when Jessica, we didn't work on, we worked on different nights of inventory. He's sitting up there like a dummy, and we all looking at him like a department manager dummy. Nobody got the confidence. I want Dylan Miller to hear me. You know why I got wrote up about doing what I'm told to do, and I can't even Chris telling me to do something. I need you to take this down, and the day, oh, you doing other people's job, you make me sick, or you still come back after work after you get wrote up. So when you lose your employee, you don't know how to value. Why did I get wrote up? Or they don't pay me enough. They look on that scrubber when a Mexican with glasses intimidate me, getting mad because I'm doing jobs and helping out. Now, why did I get rid of? If we gonna talk about the concept of leadership, and we gonna talk about the concept, why did I get rid of? And not what you think. Because every time I was sent to do a task in the back, the employees disturbing me. You doing other people's job, you make me sick. As soon as I rolled up, I'm looking inside the dealer and Chris, the co and the Chris manager, the department man. Oh, you still come back to work? So the concept of, and when your own CEOs take your value for granted and don't want to hear, this is why at this happen, we are going to come up with, you don't have to talk to your management. The Walmart complaint, complaint portal, employee complaint portal, the Walmart idea portal. You don't have to talk to your manager, because if your manager just want to hear, we are coming out with the Walmart complaint portal and the Walmart idea portal. You don't have to do it by box. So everybody in the Walmart will come out with if you want to you get a promotion, you get a bonus for coming up with ideas. So Walmart is going to come up with a Walmart idea portal, a complaint portal, employee complaint portal, an idea portal. So you don't have that. They just do a survey. So you give a chance that the CEOs to hear your ideas out. You know, if you feel like your manager is not going to hear your idea out, you can go to the Walmart idea portal, and the CEOs, the other CEOs, will hear your idea. I work with Steve. Let me tell you the difference. What Avon was the problem. Let me tell you, and this is not bad because I didn't have every bad experience with Jessica. I want to make this very understanding. I did not have every bad experience with her. Um, One morning before I left, she's asking me to do zoning. And the difference between that, she taking pictures. Jessica smiled. And we had different point of view. Jessica smiled. Yvonne laughed when I did zone. So when it's different facial expression and different behaviors and how people act and different things and it's different spiritual behaviors, different mindsets. So me and Jessica had our and I told her what happened in that inventory in that freezer. And her manager get mad. If he become manager, I'm quitting. You ain't friendly with everybody. He said that you don't have to be close to nobody to him. You can be 15 feet. They like this religion movie to help find your twin flame. Now, I'm not gonna get deep into the details because didn't have gays and it had girl with boy, girls with girl with it had everybody in this movie. It's to find your twin flame. I can't think straight. It doesn't matter about it's about the love, it's about finding what you need. It's not about those things. So I'm not gonna get deep into the impact. It's about finding what you most men they don't want to find a twin flame. They want to have. They don't want if they don't believe in twin flame. They don't believe in chemistry attracts. They don't believe in chemistry attracts when a woman. And when you're talking about twin flames and talk about the chemistry of another a person, a man get with another woman, and you're talking about the chemistry that comes with it, and you talk about those things, to identify and we giving all these things, and he having a seminar. Everybody thought the preacher was gay, but he wasn't, and it's based on a true story. This is based on a true story, and and one of the girls that played in that she plays in one of the CSI things, the woman that played in the religion movie. So I see in the CSI thing in New Orleans, whatever that is, with the thing, CI in New Orleans, CIS and thing, and I see her in there. So is this helping you find your twin flame and finding your connection that you want to find someone you love and understand? But those, let me tell you something. When anytime ever a woman don't say how she stop worrying about what other men. We all live in our own type of the world. And every one man wants something different. Every woman wants something different. Certain people don't want to be treated like that. Some person don't like a man that hide their feelings inside and you can't communicate with those things. So it gets to a point on TikTok, we women need to stop letting everybody speak. If a teenager, they need to start giving a concept and how they want things. Let me tell you something. I was very hurt because when I was a teenager and hurt someone I love because I got demerit. I don't like the way y'all act towards each other. I don't. This saying things was being there, wasn't there. So it gets to the point where I paid that price by caring what demerit things. Because how we handle each other, not in a bad way. It's just how we look at each other. It's the chemistry when we first met. We don't argue. It was good, but it's me able to have a high pedestal, going to North Lake, going to Brookhaven, going to thrift stores, going to elementary schools. I know where I'm at. I'm going to garage sale on a Saturday. I didn't spend half of my time in there and doing bad misconduct. You know what I'm saying? I don't got time for that, man. Like when dealing with those things. I was on a football team theater. I'm happy to do all of these things in the concept of where I'm trying to go. I didn't have the time. I'm going to other business. I'm going to Brookhaven. I'm in Newman Smith going to Brookhaven and doing ceramics class. And I waited till after I get out of high school to highlight this one. And I saw it in Louisville not too long ago, about 2018, 19. And I asked her out, and she said we got nothing because she know me since I was a kid, and she go to Brookhaven ceramics. She know me since a kid. She know me like my first. She know me since she been doing ceramics way before me at Brookhaven, and she know me since I was a kid. So I actually asked her out. So like after I got out of school, like officially got out of school, and like and she said, Hubert, we got nothing in common. I said, hold up. How you know we got nothing in common? If we don't go out, even if you think we got something, we can get to like the things that we like with each other. I grew up in New Orleans, and my concept is, my stepdaddy sent me a picture of my parade and the police officer in New Orleans, and it reminded me of this being in the band, and it reminded me of seeing a police officer, a parade, of dancing, and I got happy for a second because it brings that when I'm just marching through the Superdome and just having a good time, eating crawfish on the side of the grass and sitting there waiting for the parade to start and the essence of it. And it reminds me of all of those things and playing the cymbals and seeing my face in the Superdome. I was in the Boy Scouts on the West Bank too. So yes, I was in Boy Scouts. I played in Boy Scouts, and just able to just remember all of the memories I had marching through the Superdome, looking at the left screen of the Superdome and the TV, and just seeing myself. I just think that was way, my last thing, I was in New Orleans East in 2011, 2010, and I'm in the East, and a kid step out the house, and that was my last time in New Orleans, 2010, 2011. I went down there, and they step out there staring at me. I said, hold up, this is much more home for you to where the old school Livingston. This is much more home for me to you. And y'all little kids probably grew up before that time. This is home too. This is Mellon's where it's y'all too. So they were just staring at it. I said, hey, this is my home too. And I was in that 2011, 2010. And one of my dad's wives, and he got this dog and everything that comes with it. And he got this dog, you know what I'm saying? I was just telling my nanny when she wanted me to get the CDs to one of the squads up. And my mom, at one of my mama, he passed away June. I think he had it had one of Lil Wayne's, a picture of Lil Wayne, and he said that was his niece or his cousin. And he had the actual picture. He didn't have no fake picture. He actually picture when you take the party. He had the actual thing of the picture. June. And his niece, he said that was his niece or his niece or something. He had a picture when Lil Wayne and this is June. He showed me, and June drank a lot of alcohol on the West Bank. Right? He said, "10 cats money, right? Cause you better learn." And he showed me the picture. He didn't add. He didn't have no fake picture. He didn't just make it up. June actually had the picture, and nobody basically got that thing. And this was when we was kids, and I was going to Birmingham. Nobody actually had that picture but Lil Wayne and them family. And he showed me with Lil Wayne and a person in a prom dress, in a dress, and Lil Wayne June. He drank a lot of alcohol, and he showed me this. And nobody actually had that picture. It wasn't fake. It was something that was real. It was a real picture, like you're taking a card up, bam. It was something that was real, and it was something like you get it. The pictures, like cameras have changed so much. They have changed so much, and we got to understand. And let me tell you something. When I took photography at Berkeley, when I took B class, and Mirza used to tell me, even Demir mom believed in me. So we have our differences right now. Demir mom and Mirza mom believed in me. Demir mom and dad believed in me too. So that's not the problem of what's going on here. This beat producer guy and at the Brookhaven, 2 semesters, he actually pulled me by his desk when other students didn't like, come on, I'm gonna teach you, I'm gonna show you things. So, and I'm gonna show you things. But when you get in, I could have asked the teacher, but I didn't because I never had a problem asking for help. And when other class and things, but there was so much more when you got the lead. And I thank him for this. And I never forget him at Brookhaven because I thank him. He's a big guy, got glasses. I forgot his name. But I remember his size and I remember he got glasses on. And I never forget him and just sitting at Brookhaven for 2 semesters with me and just working with me. Photography is a lot different because they don't got the leadership in those things and all of those things and all of those things. So I was kind of lost and didn't know how to because it's something new and I never even took before and I didn't have the help of this showing me what do I need, where can you give me the concept of those things. So it was kind of hard when people are, but we're talking job. My teachers believed it. My teacher took me to job court 4 times and they denied me. Of a black man, I don't care what they got to say, but I don't want to deal with this concept of Trump crossed that line, man. It's not about if we talking about disability and I hear them talking about me. God said, I'm always gonna be a child of God. No matter what God said, I'm gonna always have your back. Even when Trump abuses it and the senators and the call them, they made fun of me. And all of that money on that border that Trump spent, he gonna pay me. That he stole to build that that border. He got to pay a price for causing. He ain't no leader because a leader don't steal. A leader don't steal money that don't belong to him. A leader don't steal. And I want to make Trump very clear. A leader don't steal. Don't steal from God for his selfish reasons. A leader do not steal. I make it very clear. I act the Supreme Court for Trump kid's life and him and the senator's life. That's a price. You don't steal, Donald Trump. And while you saying you got a smart mouth, you say you're smiling. God don't need you. You said Social Security, American business get out of death. You owe God. You owe God, Trump. You owe God. And I got a new thing for you. Let's start censoring every business. Let's start censoring every business. If you going to play it like that, you did this for yourself and your business people. You didn't do this for God. You did it for a specific reason. And you must be stopped at any cost. You must be stopped. As long as how black, and I see the hatred. You see, yesterday, God warned my enemy. God warned my enemy. I'm leaving the Walmart. And two kids out there and they across the street, spiritual attack, aggressing them from with anger in the mind, a spiritual attacking. Anger, and I see the aggressive in them. I see the mindset. You need to spend time on finding who you are inside instead of trying to be somebody else. I been know who I was. I ain't never fell off. Even when I quit my job, Mirza didn't know I was still participating in events in schools and at Big Lots. But those are the things that the concept, I come too far. And Sabina should know, the Mirza not even on my level. She should know this. And then I was kind of happy in 2019 that me and Sabina, dad and mom settled our problem and said, what's the time? I don't got time for the jealousy, man. Everybody jealous and don't have the things. And I'm working, I'm 14 and 15 years old. And back in '08 and '07, it's two kids that's like Daddy Yankee time, that's Mexican. We used to hang out a lot. We the only one. Nobody got time for that, man. If she want jealousy, let her deal with that. And it's not about the money, guys. Our relationship wasn't built on money with me and Sabina. Her dad had our own money. We needed time with each other. It wasn't built on no thing. None of my relationships. But I'm at thrift stores. I'm helping out at elementary. Just because Patrick and that, I'm still not going to summer school. I'm still participating in certain things. Going to garage sales, doing things, going to Creekview, passing out Avon, not in the summertime, doing all of those things. The concept of dealing with those things, nobody got time for when people are throwing things in that month serving my hell or not. Nobody got the concept of those things or what things are being thrown, the concept of it. You know what I'm saying? Nobody got the concept of that, man. You know, let me tell you something. Mrs. Trump is a smart woman. And I say this many times because if they would have known something, you wouldn't have had that informant that. Because I wasn't a bad guy in this. This is about, and I'm going to tell you what you did in that community. You antagonated the mindset. You laughed and taunted the mindset. You played with it. I want to tell you the crime that you committed, the community committed. You antagonated and you played with the mindset. I want to tell you what you did. When God told Moses, I want to tell Trap Boy Freddie and them what they did. When God told Moses to tell his people to paint the wall with blood, when non-believers, the MO3 and them paid people to spiritual attack God. Oh, these little teenagers. Let's have those dumbass teens, excuse my French. Those jealous ass teens that was in that mall. DA know what I'm talking about. That's all those jealous ass, oh, they know it's the black guy and the Mexican and the rest of the DA. You know, you was in that mall. Come on. Now get those jealous ass teenagers that was in that mall. And that's how they life. And that's how people at that hotel. Let's get everybody that went at that hotel. Oh, they know what I'm talking about. They know what I'm talking about. And you still let Yellow Breezy out all his lies come and lie. You know, I can't get mad because it reminds me of an animated, and I talked about this before I went in jail. When they said something, I was going to regret this. It reminded me of a Whoopi Goldberg when they went into that house and went into the house because of the grades. And I like this in Black history because, they talk about, and I used to want to learn this in school. Every year, I sit by my teacher, Miss Chastity, and we would learn about Amelia Earhart. Amelia Earhart is the first woman that flew the first plane over the Pacific Ocean. And it's just not about color. She did that for all women. And if you look at that, the first woman that flew the first airplane over all of the world, and you look at that concept, right? Because in school, I learned about the legislative branches, the different branches. My teachers used to work with me on certain things and branches. I learned about Senator. Don't think I didn't learn about you, Governor Abbott. I learned about all of you in Smith. Trust me, my teaching and spend didn't waste their time with me to identify you. How you think when I know it's time to come and how to deal with you? I learned about you. I studied you and the concept of those things. DJ Khaled talked about me on Facebook. He reminded me of my theater teacher, Miss Gulo. I wanted to bring Disney Channel to Texas when I was at that elementary school, talking when I was walking to the mall and boxing gyms, and that was my thing. And Floyd Mayweather started bringing. I taught the kids having boxing gyms in elementary schools and having it for extra class, an extra period for they having, and they need to start. We need to start actually putting that in school, in a PE gym, and making an extra building for those things. In elementary and middle school, I'm from New Orleans, America, but also I'm from the heavens. I'm from God. So we're gonna put it like that. Those are the things. So let me tell you, something. I gotta thank Tavine and Demarcus. I gave the Texas music office Terrell them because they used to come by my house after school and said and Terrell want to play music. And PMC spoke about something that was real. So that's why if PMC would have been in that video, they would have smacked Yellow Breeze. And it just how PMC. I don't know PMC for things, but I know of his music. I haven't met him in person, but I know of his music, and I know about him in New Orleans too. So it doesn't matter when Birdman used to deal because Cash Money was very big back in that category and everything. So we know about him and Bumby. We know about him and Bumby and Pimp C. We know about him dealing with Cash Money on the neck of the woods and dealing with the concept of those things. So me just able to guys, I used to sit in the East apartment. I remember God said remember everything that your friend in the East teaching you how to swim when you didn't know how to swim. So I need to know those things, and to this day, I still know how to do everything that I know how to do in a way, in the concept that those things from. And people in Dallas County, you from know I don't want your stripes. I got my own stripes, God said. God's stripe is bigger than, and we're gonna talk about God's stripe is bigger than yours. His stripe is bigger than yours. His testimony is bigger than yours. And the concept of those things. And the concept of those things. Some of the security guards said I was the one, but they were denying it. And I was studying people for my own purposes use. I was studying your little security guards and your little police officers. Even your judge was my study. Trump, I want you to know, you government, you humans are something to me. You are something to me. You are something to me. God said you didn't do everything that was in my gene, your mindset, your spiritual behavior. Out of you police officers and state attorneys and security guards, you didn't disappoint me at all. God is only here to get his point across in the spirit. And he's only to leave. My journey is to rest, not be a part of dumbness. To not be a part of dumbness. Let me tell you, Trump said he got away he had sticking by rules. God said rules are meant to be broken when they lie on them rules, when people aren't being treated fair. When I was on house arrest, I had something. I told Rick, I said, Rick, you know, me and you and Mary Sabina, and we'll be still hanging out if we ain't let everybody get in our business. We started to let other people in. That's the concept of it. And I actually told him that. I had a talk with him at my appointment in Addison. I had a talk with him now. Tavani ain't nothing like them little kids in there, man. DeMarcus and them. They used to chill by my place and had a great time. Then they come and get me in their trucks afterwards and play their music and want me to get in the studio with them. And I gave Texas Music Office their music. But Pimp C, man, let me tell you something. Pimp C always spoke his mind about when 3 6 Mafia didn't get their word when they thought Atlanta was a part of the South. And it talks about time difference. You don't think Pimp C was here, he would have spoke his mind on things? And then your post office been misbehaving themselves. Oh, they think I didn't catch the post office spiritual behavior. Trust me, I've been catching on to everything. See, Pimp C would have been in that video. Pimp C would have told his ass off, man. Pimp C would have told him off. You want to be smiling with yellow preaching, man? Shout out to Cardi B. Shout out to New York. Shout out to Brooklyn. Shout out to Brooklyn. Brooklyn got some great talent. I talked to a lot of people in Queens. And like shout out to them. And just in New York, I just talked to a lot of people off of Live Me, and we talked about spirituality. We talked about a lot. And the concept that we talked about, and just it just everybody I had great conversation. I had great conversation. I had a great conversation with those things. So, and the thing that comes in and out, I've been made it. You dealing with something that's way before your time. And a woman I never call ugly. I never got called ugly. I don't know what they you women coming up with so many concepts. I've been in a lot of relationships. But they want God to live amongst them, but can't even protect God. That's the difference. American nations and society. In society. American nation and society. Nah, man.